I got it all blocked out. If I sit at exit, if the bitch is at exit, every motherfucking exit. You
Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dishes Podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dishes Podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dishes Podcast. Welcome to Dumbfounded Dishes Podcast. Welcome to the 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 Dumbfounded Dipshits Podcast. I am Mike. That is Ryan. And by the way, you ready, everyone? On 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear dipshit. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Yes, it is my birthday. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. You're going to have to be carbon dated.
Still younger than
our presidential candidates, yes.
Well, I mean, listen. I have the trees on my block are younger than those presidents.
Yo, those old school like trees on the block, New York trees, a lot of those trees. Dude, there was like a tree outside of what the fuck was it? Was it like maybe it was like Cropsey Park when I was growing up? That must have been like 4 feet, like the diameter must have been like 4 feet across. So this tree trunk was like wide as fuck.
That's interesting. Not really. No, I'm kidding. Well, I didn't even know we were still on Twitch, so I didn't know we were still on. We have 10 people here though, so if you're here, like, subscribe, let us know where you're watching us from. I appreciate telling us where you actually chose to watch us, so we can always make sure we live stream it there. That'd be,
cater to
cool.
We could cater to those platforms.
Yes, exactly.
I got a little bit of tequila that I'm going to be.
So
tonight.
The title you chose, I'm guessing we went over it last week because it's not. I Google searched P. Diddy drag show, thinking that was some kind of drag show you're talking about. I'm like, no, it's when he dragged her across the fucking.
Yeah.
What a dick! You're a dick.
He dragged her down the hallway.
Yeah.
And he did the it wasn't, I didn't do it.
Oh, Vegas.
Turns out, what up, Las Vegas? I was just there in December. Lovely city. It was right after the fucking race, so everybody was happy.
12 people here. Give a shout out in the chat.
It fucking sucked in Las Vegas the week before I went there because they literally shut half the city down for that F1 race. At least down here in Miami, it's just around the football field. It's a legit fucking massive track, though. It is a fucking massive racetrack. Miles and miles of racetrack. Cheers, everyone.
You see the name?
Azul.
Sausage gravy biscuit. It's fucking sounds great. And this one said, "You stuck. You stuck." Oh, suck. Thanks, Trollosaurus. Oh wait, I remember you. You. Yeah, I remember you. I know who you are. I think I know who you are.
Mike, you think you know or you know?
Well, okay. They used to follow the Nothing Network, and I think they're. I don't know. I'm not gonna disclose it.
What you think? What do you think?
You people of Vegas hated F, but vendors love it. Hated F. Did I miss what you said about F? What's F? Hated F.
No, the F1.
Oh.
The F1 race. Well, the only people I was really speaking to about it were all the Uber drivers. And a lot of the casino folk who weren't getting tipped because nobody was going to casinos.
That still makes me laugh. That time we took the Uber. When the guy didn't speak English, and our friend who spoke Spanish was like, "I don't speak Spanish." Fucking guy.
But we still got to where we had to go, though.
Well, I mean, luckily.
I mean, listen, if you're an Uber driver, you don't need language anymore. You don't fucking need it.
You have an app. You look at the app and you pick where you want to go. or you follow the directions of where the person's going. You don't pick where you want to go. It's quite simple.
I'm pretty sure in the messages, like it's translated. I'm pretty sure half the people who pick me up will say, "Oh, do I come in from this way or that way?" I'm sure they're not saying it
Is
English before it gets translated.
710?
710 Labs?
Yeah, I feel like I got it, maybe not. I thought I did.
Okay, I know it's in Miami because we have a friend that when he comes down here likes to frequent that place.
Well, you have a medical card, don't you?
Yes. So they deliver, which is
that's awesome. See, there's delivery services out here, but they're not legal yet, I don't think.
This is the thing. Like, I think there's a threshold to how much you got to order. Like, they're not going to, because 710 Labs, it's like about a half hour away from us. But if I put down like a $400, $500 order, they'll drive it out to me.
See, my minimum, I think, for one of the places I found was $50, which isn't bad.
But I personally like to go into the place.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah. Yes, I like to see what I'm buying. You know, you like to
schedule. Yeah, I mean, I still browse online, but I'll still do the express pickup where it's like very little contact, because I'm pretty sure half the people who work in dispensaries, at least down here in Florida, have Asperger's and just don't make eye contact. I think they're not allowed to test the product until after work, and a lot of them are just like have a very weird disposition where they're not satiated, and everybody's coming in to pick up their weed and go and smoke it and eat it and dab it and everything, and they're still, like, on the clock, so they can't be high. You know what I mean? So I sort of feel bad for them because I know I'm either walking in a little toasted or I'm walking out and going to get pretty toasted right afterwards. So that's just the vibe I get. But, I still like the whole walking into an establishment and purchasing my...
Yes, I was going to figure out what the fuck I was just going to say. God damn it. But I hear the illegal industry is dying in New York because of all the illegal local guys are all dying down. And now everything's those shops that are everywhere. The illegal shops. They're fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
I walked into one in Williamsburg and I order a coffee from a cafe. And he's like, "Would you like it infused?" I think we discussed this, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh," and they had a fake permit in their window, and they were shut down multiple times for having fake permits. Crazy.
Yeah. But the thing is, aren't they like the head of a hydra? Like, you shut down one and like two pop up in its place?
Well, there were already two down the block, so
Well, I'm saying, like, there's options. So there's no, you know what I mean?
Your locks don't work.
So, all right. So this is one of the profiles I sent you that I fucking just took a deep dive down. Listen, if you're looking to break into anything, these people will teach you how to do it. Most of it is just like hacks, though. Like
that's not a hack.
Hacks, no, like this is a hack.
Give me the mic so I can take it away.
What?
It tricks the sensor. Watch it. The gate opens.
Oh, because it thinks the car's approaching from the other side.
Yeah, from the home of the Dodger Brooklyn squad. Wu-Tang Killer beats on the squad.
Totally gonna get. We've been getting kicked off of some services.
Because of music. That's why I think it might be. Yeah, and I love fucking Old Dirty Bastard, and I'd love for him to be playing on a loop in the background for our show. But because copyright laws and shit, we can't do that. But we might have to just go in dry and test the audio, and then if it's too popular of a song, we just have to just go in it deaf.
What is the product they sell?
Yeah.
So this is how it works. Let's see. Okay, now what?
It wedges it off the hinge. I don't know. I don't know what the end result was supposed to be. All right, this one is.
Well, because it's that I know what it is, and he's gonna do that to slide the bar, to hit the bar. Yeah. It's a sensor bar, and
well, he turns
not a sensor bar, but there's one that's one-sided.
Pressure bar, yeah, pressure bar.
Beastie Boys. That's how easy it is. Wow, good song.
This one.
That's easy too because of the type of
Yeah.
lock but the type of handle it is.
That's like the hotel door.
Oh, there it is. Now, if that wasn't the type of lock that does that, he would have to still figure out where the lock is to unlock it. Due to some... Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying, like, these guys get some...
What were you saying?
These guys, they're in some risky business. You know what I mean?
There it is.
That's just like a basic,
so we're trying out
like something to pry open the door.
Oh, those are easy though.
Wait a
A
minute.
piece of paper. I didn't think that was that easy. I did not think it was that easy. Holy shit.
Paper. That's
Holy
fucking crazy.
shit.
I think I may need to take the one that I have up down. Think of alternative locking mechanisms. So that sort of makes sense how that would work. You could probably do that with a piece of cardboard also.
Mm-hmm.
Like any sort of flat edge would definitely
Totally
do the trick.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I was like inspired to practice after I watched a couple of these.
We're going to attack a live latch behind a latch cover using our angled framing square. A lot of times, if it gets hung up, that means that loading pin hasn't been depressed yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to shove into the door to try to drop the loading pin inside the strike plate. Now we can go in.
Jesus Christ, that's just way too easy.
That's what's fucking scary, is that, you know, like you think of all of these measures, right, to like sort of lock up your shit, and you think that oh man, I got 3 things on my shit. Well, these guys got a thing for each one of those 3 things. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, there's got to be some fucking serious cat boiglers out there doing some shiesty shit with these techniques.
So I found an article that said the World Bank demands end to farming by 2030 to combat climate crisis. And then
I think that's something I like. From what I understand, I think they mean like not private, but like they're trying to get rid of like people farming, like private farmers.
I was gonna say though, now that I looked into it, I can't find it anywhere except something called Newsbreak, and Newsbreak has no indication this is actually real news. It's just a Twitter article that linked to another website, but it's not. It doesn't seem like legit here, so I don't think that's legit. So I'm not even gonna talk about it, even though I already did.
Nah,
but.
it's listen. We like I've fallen victim live on this shit to bullshit.
Is this? Did you send me McJoke?
But
What is
that's the whole
this?
point of the show. That's the whole point of the show. Oh,
What is this?
This is Pizza Jitsu.
Is that dough in his hand? Where's the sound? But now you lost the dough. Why? I don't like the technique because at the end you lose the dough.
He should never. I think the whole point should be never drop the dough.
Yeah. How could it be pizza dish?
No, Mike, I think the 5-second rule applies here.
It's called Luigi Power. What the?
Still good.
He's a pro wrestler,
I think so.
and that's his shtick.
He's pretty accurate.
Imagine every time he does it, it's the same 2 pieces of dough, and they're just rotting and fermenting as he tosses it at things. This is so fucking stupid, but incredible at the same time.
Good at it.
I'm Luigi Primo, and I'm here in a bad city of pies where they make a pizza just like in the older country, Detroit. Yeah. Look at all these great things you can get. They got a pizza and also a bites.
Oh, this is far away. This is far away. Did he do it?
Wow.
Hey, this guy's got something.
Wow.
I'm curious about that professional wrestling thing that was on.
Yeah, I don't see anything else that indicates he was doing it. Oh, wait, here. Oh, he's just hitting bad.
He fights with pizza dough. It's like pizza dough nunchucks.
His knee isn't bad, but that other kick was horrible. This is the same combo.
Do you think he has technique whatsoever?
What?
Do you think he has any technique whatsoever?
He definitely has technique. You see him throwing that fucking dough.
And the dad charges in, catches a shoulder of the breadbasket. Up and over goes Luigi Primo. Primo into the ropes, ducks a clothesline, and comes off with a flying forearm that takes Dan the dad down to the canvas.
Is the dough in the apron?
And a spin wheel kick, nicely done by Luigi Primo.
I think it's on the ground.
Primo into the ropes. Swinging neck breaker, textbook done. Primo with a series of somersaults to the chest of Ethan Price. Not sure of their effectiveness, but he scoops up Dan the dad and slams him right on top of the awaiting Ethan Price.
Wow.
He's got a good
dough. Where's the dough? Wow.
I don't think he always needs the dough, right? He doesn't always need the dough. He still has this.
Well, you're only supposed to knead the dough for so long.
He can hit you like this. You know, like snake style. I tell you what, this guy's inspiring me. I don't know about you, but I don't know how to do this.
There's a new Disney movie coming out. Happiness comes in waves.
Gross. It's just piss.
Okay, I watched a video and I gotta find it now. That's like a guy doing a scientific study, and he goes to a doctor. And the doctor's like, "It's just piss." He goes, "Yeah, but we have to prove it." And he goes, "It's
what hole does it come out of?
Just
the urethra."
And then he gets a sample for the guy, and the doctor tests it, and he goes, "It's just piss."
It is 100% urine.
Well, they like to rephrase it as it is fluid from the bladder.
Okay. What a way to give it a longer name.
I'm not shitting, guys. It's not shit. It's not shit.
It's true.
It's rocks from my asshole. I don't know.
It's not truth. That's not truth. Are you lying now again?
Oh God, here we go. You sent me another safety video.
Oh, it's been a while, Mike.
It's been a while.
A few weeks. This one goes out
Before
to
we start,
the
I have
ladies.
to do a dab of some peanut butter runts.
And what does this look like? The sticky, icky. Ooh, nice. It looks like green icing.
It wasn't green.
What is it, golden? There's a touch of green in there.
You're
There's
green.
There's no chlorophyll in your dabs?
No, not at all.
By the way, go Cats. Go Cats. They're playing the Rangers right now. They're winning 1-0.
Wait, you're going against the Rangers?
Yes, my home team.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I give two shits.
Yeah, they are my home team. I live in Broward County. They play in Broward County.
Piss isn't just piss to begin with. Piss is also other things.
Okay. So cum isn't just cum. There are other things in it.
Cum is the word for the combination of things. Piss is the word for the combination of things.
You know. Yeah.
And by the way, you know how they used to be like, "Oh, pee is sterile." It's sterile. It's not sterile. That's not true. That's a fucking lie. By the way, a lot of things we've been told are outright fucking lies, and they say it to help people make them feel better. I don't know how that makes you feel better at all. Piss is sterile.
No, it's saline. It's saline because there's salt in it. Like,
but it's not saline.
Sterile.
It's not sterile. There's also bacteria in it and other things.
There's bacteria in pee-pee?
Yes.
Dead bacteria or live bacteria?
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right.
I know in your shit, it's a live bacteria. That's why you can't get into cuts and stuff like that, because then you get really bad infections. Isn't that how you get staph? Isn't it like poop from poop?
Let's see if this bitch is gonna lie to us or not. Oh, why did it get so big? Jesus.
We didn't play the safety video.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We have to settle this once and for all.
All right.
Once and for all.
What is squirting is? It's the emission of fluid from the urethra or the pee tube during sexual arousal or orgasm that occurs in some women. So if that's a little bit confusing, let's review a little bit of female anatomy. The urethra is...
Hold on. You see how they made it a big name again? A big fucking... It is the... How'd she put it? And by the way, I took my dab and I lost it.
What happened? It fell on the floor?
I don't know where it fell.
Still good. You be dropping these dabs like this fucking Luigi be dropping his pizza dough.
I have no idea where it went, and I don't want to have it all over the top.
Oh, Mike.
Uh-oh. I can't.
Mike.
No, did I not get it? I definitely had it on there.
You're just going to have to let it go. Scoop another one and then just get some.
Is a tube-like structure that carries urine from the bladder outside the body.
There you go.
Skene's glands are these glands that are located around and underneath the urethra, which are actually homologous to a man's prostate, meaning that when the fetus is born and it's not a man or a woman, it embryologically develops either a prostate or these Skene's glands. So during sexual arousal, the theory is that the Skene's glands fill with fluid, and then during orgasm, the pelvic floor muscle.
If she has to say the theory is not, this is what it is based on proof. The theory is it's fucking piss.
Those videos, the size of the gland that they're showing in comparison to the size of the bladder, and the volume of liquid that is expelled in these videos. And in real life, and you know, like we've all heard some stories, there's too much for it to come out of some benign prostate gland that could fill up with fluids. I think more so likely it's piss.
I found it.
Yeah, but it's stuck.
No, it's right here.
Wow, lucky you. Look at you. Look at you. Now you can smoke your carpet lint.
There's no carpet.
I
Hardwood
know,
floors.
I know. I could just imagine like a tiny dust bunny.
So it's piss. So
muscles contract and they put pressure on the sponge or the tissues of the urethra, which causes the
so it's a sponge. So what's it absorbing?
fluid that's in those Skene's glands to come out.
Piss. They just don't want to fucking say it. They just don't want to admit it.
It's mostly piss.
The most popular video on my YouTube channel is called "How to Make Her Squirt," with about 10 million. The truth is squirting. First of all, in a nutshell, squirting scene with the scene start fact alone. While this topic has been hotly debated for a number of years now, there unfortunately still isn't a lot of scientific research about it. Mostly what we know is based on women self-reporting by filling out questionnaires about this.
Because I'll tell you why, there's not that much scientific research. Because why? You know what I mean? When we could like focus our science on blowing each other up instead of learning how to make your girl squirt. I just say press on the pelvis, and if they got to piss, they're probably going to squirt. Anyway, the safety video goes out to the ladies.
It's such a long day. And I can't wait to go home and yell at my husband for no reason. Yeah, me too. I love yelling at my husband. Hey, where's my glove? Oh, no. I lost my glove. Oh, there it is. There's my glove.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Oh, no. Oh, it's my husband's fault. He didn't train me how to properly use this machine.
Hold on, Karen, I'm coming. Oh,
Karen.
Karen, what happened? Here, help me, I gotta lift it up.
Oh, wow. It's such a lovely day for a bike ride. I think I'll yell at my husband later. Oh, I can't wait to go to Starbucks.
I'm getting really tired of my wife making me do stuff on the weekend. I just want to play some Fortnite with the bros.
Why is it the same thing? Oh shit, I missed it. Why is it the same thing? Why twice?
I don't know. This fucking truck is just menacing that neighborhood and just ramming into people.
Time to go home and yell at my husband for no particular reason. Oh no! It's my husband's fault. So this is our plan for Saturday.
So your statement is invalid to begin with. I don't think it's only straight people. I work with a female who was married to a female, and she would come to work going, "Oh, my fucking wife, I want to fucking strangle her." And I'd be like, "Wow, I figured, lesbians would be like all happy and, be different. It'd be different." He goes, "No, we deal with the same bullshit you do. I mean, I'm dating a woman. You know what it's like to date a woman. I'm dating a fucking woman." I was like, ha, 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 ha. It's so fucking true.
It happens to the gays too. It happens to the gays too.
And it wasn't like she actually hated her. Like, it's not like a literal, I hate this person. It's they pissed them off today. They annoyed them.
Yeah, the old ball and chain, Thank you for the happy birthdays.
So, but yeah, like it's the same across the board. Like my cousin says it too. Not anymore. I think he likes the new guy, but his ex, he was like, "I hate this fucking guy."
It's still the honeymoon stage. That's why.
Yeah. Is this the end of the video? Is there more? Let's see.
We're just gonna sit around by the road and drink root beer with your friend Chad.
Oh,
What are
wow.
you
She's
talking about,
complaining.
woman? I just worked a 75-hour week, 15 hours a day. You think I deserve a fucking root beer?
Yeah, we should be.
Who's driving these things?
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
okay,
great
look
night.
out.
He took her out.
Oh, damn. Oh, you're probably going to blame this on me too, aren't you?
The trucks are a menace in that town, dude. I'm just telling you. Don't want to be anywhere near some sort of a fucking dump truck with a swing wide open door.
So what am I looking at, Ryan? Oh, it lost the audio again. Yay, it's doing that old problem again. Let's see. Stop screen, preset. Bring it back. Here we go, and we're back. What is this? What's going on here?
I just thought this was interesting.
Hi, you guys. I'm very excited. I'm going to be starting junior college. Hi, you guys. I'm
That's
very excited. I'm going to be starting junior college.
I just got Miss Skeleton vibes.
So, I hope this is a joke. Like, I hope this isn't. This is like a bit. This isn't real.
It could be a bit. It could be real.
Hope.
Do you know? Could you tell?
No, you can't. I can't. Can't tell.
It's very real life, though. Not just alcohol.
Why?
One-legged twerk. One-legged twerk.
I didn't realize she had one leg. I didn't realize she had one leg. I was too busy washing her ass. I did not even notice the missing leg. Because, at the end of the day, who cares?
That's how talented she is. She didn't need the leg to twerk.
I don't get why is this here.
Alexa, kill yourself.
To be honest with you, this is making me feel a bit uneasy.
Alexa, kill yourself.
Oh, okay.
Why would you do that to that poor droid?
These are not the droids you're looking for. Ah, shit. Where'd it go?
Mike.
What?
What's up?
Nothing. I'm looking for something else to put on because we went through basically everything I had.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about state of affairs.
We're all fucked. No one talks about Russia anymore. Why is Russia not in the news as much?
Because
why is Ukraine and Russia? Maybe I'm not paying attention. I just don't.
I look at it this way. There's definitely like a race to what is headline. And sometimes there's somebody's leading out the other right now. Israel Palestine is leading out definitely Russia Ukraine, which and then you got the presidential election that's sort of leading out both of them. You know what I mean? And it's public interest. People get bored of unchanging stories.
You think Trump's going to win? You think he's the first president serving his presidency in jail? Is there anything in the law that's against?
I have no predictions. I have no predictions for this. I have no predictions. I'd like a come out of nowhere with the steel chair from fucking Kennedy, but
he's not. Kennedy is not. He's not winning.
But tell me, come out of nowhere with the steel chair from underneath the ring, knocks Trump in the head with the steel chair. Biden's getting up, swings it at Biden, knocks him in the head with the steel chair. Ref gets up, right? And then he's got to cover somebody. I think the ref just disqualifies everyone because he sees the chair. That's what I think happens. I think it goes like a 3-way split, and then we don't know what happens for 2 or 3 months.
Let's just. Is there like a reset button so like we can fire everybody?
I would like to get into a time machine and just go back to like 2016. Before they killed Harambe. That was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
That was a good time. You can still talk. You can still talk shit. I mean, people were getting canceled, but those were like the people who were doing like the craziest shit. I mean, even though like now you still have like, do you think? Okay, got a question. Do you think Diddy would have gone down quicker in 2016 or now?
Now.
Do you think? So you think he's crashing harder now than he ever would have?
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing, I understand it's past the statute of limitations
in California, right? Whatever that is, yeah.
But so does that I think that's kind of archaic, isn't it? That law.
Yeah,
if you rape someone and rape is against the law, and it took 30 years to catch you, but here's the thing: the problem is I guess no. It exists because they don't want you to. I guess they don't want you to blackmail someone either. Like, hey, you did this to me. If you don't do what I want, I'm gonna go to the cops.
Sure, in California, at a certain time when this law was put into effect, there might have been like a lot of people who were getting into funny business in Hollywood.
Well, I'm saying it exists for a reason. Basically,
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That too. I would think so too, but it's also many other reasons. I think, but like it's on video when it happened. Then, like, there's so many questions.
Do you think
the video is it's graphic and it's
blatant?
It's blatant. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes, it's blatant. It's a blatant physical attack.
And
it's him.
The next question is:
you see him.
You think all these hotels have cameras? So how many other celebrities have been getting away with shit because no one wants to say shit?
It opens up another door, But that's what I'm saying. Do you think this is the end of that era of just like people in powerful positions being deviants, or do you think just the baton gets passed to the next generation of deviancy and power?
They just have to figure out a new way of doing things. They could still be deviants. They could still be abusers. They just have to find a new way of doing things.
Because some of the shit they're accusing him of is outlandish. Like they're putting him on some like Andrew Tate shit, saying that he like kept people.
Yeah, but Andrew Tate never kept people. I thought that was dismissed or some bullshit.
I think there's some shit pending still in Romania.
If he did, he's a piece of shit. I mean, I don't like him anyway. I think he says some true things, but broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, but yeah, like the what you would call it. The allegations though are through his webcam service that he was holding a lot of the cam girls against their will.
Oh, I believe that. That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
Yeah. So that's what he's going down for there. But Diddy might be, suspected of doing similar shit, except they weren't cam girls. They were, like studs and prostitutes. Like that shit that he was accused of, like he would just point and fuck. Like he'd be like, "You go fuck her," and it would just be some dude who's like got like a fucking 30.
He's a narcissist who's obsessed with himself, and yeah,
like in the Dave Chappelle skit when he told him to go to fucking, I think New Jersey or Jersey City and get Cambodian breast milk from a real Cambodian. That bit was hilarious. Like the Making the Band. Do you remember that show at all? Like, do you remember that like competition? Like it wasn't like American Idol, but it was like they had all these different hip hop and R&B artists that they compiled on MTV, and it was like a weekly reality show where they had to do contests. You know what I mean?
Morning, everyone. Happy Monday.
Is this his apology?
Today's decision.
Oh, okay.
Today's decision, man. I want to thank Seth Rogen. Putting this on my radar,
Damn.
Sometimes you live in your own bubble and you may not.
Can you hear that loud or no?
Yeah, I hear it.
The importance of something that you created. And with Making the Band, myself and MTV, we created something special. We empowered young talent from all over the world. No matter what hood they was from, or no matter what background they was from.
He said thank you to Seth Rogen. Do you think Seth Rogen's running from this guy now? Yeah.
Definitely.
Seth Rogen ran from fucking
James Franco.
James Franco, yeah.
You have to, no sleeping in a trophy room. You have to be ready to, do new things and change the game. And so I've been thinking over the last week when I was riding horses and I was hiking, and I was like, well,
2019, this is a while ago, when he was still very confident.
What would really inspire me right now? And it's Making the Band back. Making the Band 2020. I really want to do this. I really think that I would have a good time.
But that never happened though, right?
I don't think it ever happened. No.
His idea of a good time was
So here we are now.
they probably
Wow.
he pitched it. He pitched it again. This is my guess. He pitched it again, and then when he pitched the premise to them, and he was like, "Well, I got to command them to do some weird and disgusting things," and then they were like, they all watched like
Oh, he probably fucked all of them on these shows.
I feel there's probably a lot of questionable.
My mom's sick, really critical.
Without further ado, we're gonna announce the names of who will be moving into the house immediately.
Moving into the house.
I don't really like none of this shit.
Oh my God, this is our makeup area, lady.
I've been down this road before, and I'm not doing it again.
This is the full episode, by the way.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Bro, we can relive it.
No.
And it doesn't it feel different though now that we've seen him how he truly is, and now that we watch him.
The crazy thing
everything's
is like,
different. The context is now different.
It's like what happens when the doors get revealed. Like you find out that this person's really this way. Like holy shit, you know what I mean? And the thing sort of same thing happened with like Bill Cosby is sort of happening with him, where you thought Bill Cosby was America's dad for decades,
and apparently America's a rapist.
Yeah, he's America's roofie rapist. And then
roofie.
And then fucking Diddy is now, like human trafficking, right? I feel like it's a broad term that covers a lot of things, not only like trading slaves, but like people being held hostage in a way and being forced into like working and stuff like that. So, which in itself is slavery, right? Which is really bad. And I think the bad thing about that is that a lot of people go missing and are unaccounted for after having had gone through something like that. And that's what makes it extra shady, is because people could just disappear and just be murdered, expendable, and they're unaccounted for, which is also shitty. Very shitty.
But I don't even know how to respond to this. I'm trying to move this in a new direction of happiness.
Happiness? What's happier than fucking talking about celebrities just accused of human trafficking and how their lives are crumbling around them? What the fuck is this?
On the toe.
New York?
I have no idea. What the fuck is that? That's awesome.
In my own pink.
That's fucking awesome.
Grand Theft Auto.
Get up out of bed and she watch anime, catch her heart like kissing me. So there's just candidate, water, but she swam my way. She watch anime.
What is going on? I feel like I'm like having a fever dream. Dude, we are really I made my wife watch Idiocracy.
She never seen
this
it?
Week.
Wait.
She's seen it now.
Wait, for real? Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, she had never seen it, but
I could have
got it immediately.
I could have swore I watched it at her house.
Maybe you did, but
Like,
she wasn't paying attention.
Not like there's like me, Fat John, like a bunch of people.
Yeah, maybe you guys did, but
it might have been the basement. Yeah, that might have been the basement.
There you go. You guys did, but she wasn't
Maybe.
paying attention and or maybe even present.
It's such a great movie. They're so bad and it's so bad because you're watching this and you're like, this is now. These people are fucking dumb.
Because it wasn't 500 years in the future. It's like 30 years in the future. You see it happening.
Uh-huh.
And she got it right away. And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
This is yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and we are just not in the benefit of somebody. You know, like the whole idea is somebody from the past fixing the future, but we're not advanced enough to have a past leader do that for us to help us not be so stupid.
What if they find a way to take a sample of what's left of JFK's destroyed brain and clone him?
But
with
was
the
he the
same
one?
memories as?
Was he the one though, or who's the one? Who's like?
Who's-
Who do you go back? Do you go back and get Napoleon? Do you go back and get
Why
Alexander
would you
the
get?
Great?
Why would you get Napoleon? Why would you get Napoleon? We're in America. I'm worried about America. Why are we getting fucking foreign leaders? Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
you mean
bro.
just like okay, so you're just talking about going back like 100 years and getting a president and bringing them back now.
We can get
So
Thomas
Kennedy.
Jefferson, but he probably would be horrible.
So Kennedy, right? You said Kennedy.
Kennedy's a good choice.
So like in 1960, you go back to 1960 and you're like, don't worry, this doesn't play out too well. Come with me if you want to live, right? Like Terminator style. You go, you hold your hand out to Kennedy right before he's about to debate Nixon, but then Nixon becomes president.
Hold on, I'll show you exactly what you do. Hold on. Let me show you.
That would be a sick operation.
All right, so you get there, and you go, hey, buddy.
Bless
you.
you.
Thank you. Hey, buddy, you're gonna want to. Why isn't it playing now? Wow, they're on to me. Let's play the fucking video. Let's go.
What kind of shiesty shit were you about to show me?
Wow. Shiesty.
Shiesty.
Of course, there's a fucking commercial on my phone. I can't fucking win. So you go, hey, Mr. President, I need you to come with me to the future. And he's like, I don't want to go. And I'm like, here's why you go. And you show him the video.
See, that's you. In 3 years, you need to come with me now, and we need to stop this.
You are going to die, and we're going to take you as if you are dead. So their plan's still going to work out for them briefly. But now you're going to be ahead of them because you're going to be in the future, and we're going to take this fucking shit down. The whole cabal, every last one of them. And then he goes, I am the cabal. And you're like, fuck. And the world's over.
And that's why they took him out. That would be a twist. Now,
right? The mafia was good. No.
But this is the thing. I don't think we have that ability or technology now. So we would have to wait like another 50 years to make this.
It's just going to get worse.
This temporal time displacement thing that's going to, and it would get worse, but you would still get an exponentially better Kennedy from 1960 to fix the problems of the mid 21st century.
That's crazy if you think about that, because can you think of someone who's currently in politics or in office that can, if elected president, could actually make a difference? Is there a single person
in office? You said, right?
Yes. My brain goes to Rand Paul.
Okay.
My brain goes to Rand Paul, but I'm not confident. He's a choice, but if I had to choose, might be one of them, but I don't really like him either. He has some pretty fucking crazy ideas. I agree with maybe 40% of what he agrees with.
Yeah,
but that's more than most other politicians. Like,
I know. I am definitely in the club of like you're only going to agree with most politicians, even the ones that you lean towards. You only agree with them maybe 80% of the time, because there's some outlandish shit that they believe in you don't. And trust me, the politicians that I like, maybe less than half of the stuff I agree with, and a lot of but the thing is, some of their policies are good, and some of them are just have better character than some of the others. And I do lean more towards like younger, like politicians And when I mean younger, I mean, under 60. You know what I mean? And let's just say even under 70, because there's a lot of politicians who are like in their 60s now who, are pretty decent. But, I'm just saying, like, there's not a lot of choices. And like you said, in office. So a lot of the people that I like sort of don't hold office,
But there's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks. It's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. Never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. Politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you.
This is old. Not that old, but this is old.
And
it still holds up today. Yes.
Own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporation.
And it's getting worse. Yes, they own all the like it's like 3 people now that own all the farmland.
Because they've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets, and they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking.
And it's getting worse because no one has the ability to think critically anymore. They really don't.
Yeah.
Everyone is worried about the littlest, the minor things, and not.
We live in a jump to conclusion society.
Yes.
We live in a easily triggered, volatile, on so many different sides.
But then hold on. But
now this is starting to look like a hexagon.
The reverse spectrum of that, though, you have, like you just said, overly offended, overly sensitive, incapable of functioning on a.
Everybody's so angry. That's the problem.
But then there's the reverse side of this too. There's also now there's the people that have no emotion and don't give a shit about anything and just like so one-dimensional. It's like pathetic.
Well, the sociopath of the 1980s sort of faded into the bleeding heart of the 90s, which turned into, like the idiocracy of the early 2000s that like continued with both of those 80s and 90s sociopath / bleeding heart to where you have sociopath bleeding hearts who need social merit, through this one thing, because this is like, if I act this way, this is how I'm going to get positive reinforcement. You know what I mean? As opposed to people who really had, back in the day, people had like real deep-rooted beliefs, and a lot of people are like uninformed even on the shit that they're fighting about.
Yes.
And then you sit here and you get informed, and then, what sucks is like us, like me and you, we're like, wow, I feel like an idiot, like that I didn't know this, or that, wow, I'm just learning this, or something like that. And then we have this rude awakening, but most people don't have a rude awakening. They'll hear facts and then brush them off,
mm-hmm.
And not retain or absorb any sort of new information, and new information is sometimes could be good or bad, but you have to like, as a conscious adult, discern which one is good information or bad information or harmful information or hard to swallow information. That's the problem. Nobody wants to swallow anymore.
I mean, look at the beginning of this episode. I found the article that was like, oh my God, the World Health Organization or whatever is saying we have to stop farming. And then I go, wait, this is fake. It's nowhere else. This is not real news.
This is a boo. It's fairy tales to scare you. But sometimes I like to be scrolling on the internet, catch some fairy tales. You know, be like, "Ooh, is this real or fake?" And then text you and be like, "See this?" And then you're like, "Bro, it's bogus, debunked." And then you send me a debunked video, and I'm like, it's not an alien, or it's not some weird. You know what I'm getting a lot of in my algorithm? I'm getting a lot of these like, not four-legged, maybe four-legged, but running on all fours, like sort of whitish, grayish silhouettes running in the forest. And a lot of them are from, yes, I think a lot of them are from Latin America, but I'm getting a lot of them from the United States also. You know what I mean? Because there was a few of them that I seen that were in Portuguese, but they were, I think, Brazilian Portuguese. And then there was a few of them that I seen in Spanish, and then two that I saw in English. And they come up, and when they pop up, I'll send them to you. But I don't want to send them to you because I know that I'm going to send it. It's an automatic debunk because it's like one of those. But for some reason, aside from all of those, like, you remember how like the intent of like those bogus paranormal videos that were meant to make you jump because something would just like build tension. They put music over it.
Yeah.
And then something would move like a tin can or something.
Yeah.
So they try to do it with this person running in the background, a lot like Signs. You remember M. Night Shyamalan Signs?
Yeah, great movie.
And I'm like, I know it's got to be fake, but these people, the way that they're chasing it with the camera seems like they're going after something. And I'm like, nah, it's probably
You
fake.
can send it. I can always show it.
Yeah. But I know it's fake. Like, I can tell already, you know, like I'm being duped and my brain just wants to be like, yo, there is some like chupacabra fucking humanoid motherfucker running around in the wilderness, just out there, you know, in the Western Hemisphere somewhere. You know, that was something, you know, because I had Puerto Rican friends growing up in elementary school, and I believed in chupacabra when I was like 10, 11 years old. When like
it was probably chronic wasting disease
on a dog or something, right?
Or even
deer.
anything, coyote, anything.
But either way, I believed in like Bigfoot. You know, that Bigfoot could still be out there. You know, and that's usually because comic books sort of prop that up. You can thank comic books for that shit.
So did you believe in Swamp Thing?
I believe that they're back in the day. I don't believe it now, but I believe like, okay, if there's like some sort of humanoid ape that lives in like the Canadian Rockies or something like that, right? Why wouldn't there be like a bayou beast? You know, but not a plant person, but like, you know, like something like a muddy black bear, but with longer limbs. You know what I mean? And like a ape face. But you know, like what's that fucking big one that they found the jaw for or some shit?
The Gigantopithecus?
That's it, Gigantopithecus. And I'm like, well, it can't be that big. I knew as a kid, right? I'm like, you can't have just like Chewbacca's running around the forest. You know what I mean? Like, there may be an outlier that was a big one that just had balls to show itself. But I believe like, most of them are probably smaller, maybe human sized, maybe even smaller than that. And at least the young ones, and they don't ever get seen. Like they are the stealthiest. And there's not many of them probably. And that's what I used to think. I was like, there's probably like 100. Like if they're saying there's 100 tigers, and this is what I used to believe. Because they used to tell you in school, this tiger's endangered. There's only 100 left in the wild. And they would say there's 100 left in the wild. And I knew there was 100 people in my grade. And I was like, if there's only 100 Bigfoots out there, they're probably like spread the fuck out and just are mad quiet. You know?
But there has to be, for them to still be alive, there has to be a breedable population somewhere. So
they could smell the cooch. They could smell the ape cooch from a mile away, and that's how they breed. And like maybe once in a while, like they'll have like a baby. Maybe they shack.
And then all the hunters out there, and all those people have never seen them.
Well, who's to say? Yeah, I know. That's why I now obviously there's so many reasons to debunk all of that. You know, like anything like Bigfoot, Wendigo, Chupacabra, fucking Yeti, what have you. You know what I mean? But that cryptozoology shit, like in the comic book years when I'm like, you know, like I said, 9, 10, 11 years old, like even I wanted to so bad, and I knew that, okay, there can't be a Hydra or there can't be a Minotaur, but I wanted there so bad to be for those Greek monsters to be real. You know, I was like, there should be some fucking bull person who's just like a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
You know, and it's like final boss status.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Well, yeah, that's where they got. I mean, that's sort of where they got that from. But it's a Greek myth. It's the Minotaur, the Maze of the Minotaur. You know the story where the fucking Minotaur. If you get to the wrong end of that maze, he'll kill you. And the whole trick is to get the fuck out of the opposite end from where you came into. You know what I mean? Like you have to find the exit.
Yep.
But the Minotaur usually wins.
Of course, it's set up that way, man.
But none of that shit exists until they start doing some serious genetic experiments, like crossbreed human animal hybrids, which that's another I think has been popping up in my algorithm because I think like my algorithm sort of wants me to like watch this shit.
It does.
Do you ever see? Okay, there was like a black and white video, and it's supposed to be. It looks like Planet of the Apes from the '60s, but it's supposed to be a humanoid chimp, a hybrid that was created in Japan, or that was bred in Japan. Cheers to you all. Clink.
Cheers, everybody.
Birthday tequila.
I don't know what you speak of, by the way. Hybrid human ape thingamabob?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
That I should send to you too. But the thing is, I would rather send you something. All right, I'll send you the bullshit too. You know, I'll just start sending you the bullshit because I would much rather give you like something that could be like, oh man, that's really a UAP. Which most of the ones that I sort of am the most like confident are probably the UAPs. But then you sort of but then you sort of debunk that one when you read the comments and you're like, oh, it's a bird flying into its nest or something like that. And I was like,
well, because once you read it, you look again, you see the way it moves, and you're like, okay, it does. It looks like it lands somewhere.
But the comments ruin shit, though.
But
it ruins the imagination.
Logic and reason should always prevail.
But so is it logical just to read the comments? Some people say stay away from the comments. Comments hurt your feelings.
Comments should not hurt your feelings.
Anyway, tomorrow is May 23rd. Well, actually, in a couple hours, it's May 23rd. And Shane Gillis's show on Netflix, Tires, debuts.
It looks good. I'm interested.
Pumped. I'm definitely pumped for it. Yeah, been following him for a while, and I really hope this fucking lifts up. It's only 6 episodes, but it looks like it'll be hilarious, and there's a lot of comedian cameos. So
I figured as much. Sounds like it's.
I hope it's up. I hope it's up for a marathon because I hate watching week to week, dude. I can't do that shit.
It's on Netflix, so it's gonna be probably
Netflix still will. They'll still have some shows where they'll put the first 2 episodes up and then make you week to week it, which I fucking hate. Disney Plus makes you do that. Everybody else makes you do that. Even the Amazon shows week to week. My attention span isn't for that. If you have me locked in, you got me for days. You got me for 3 days. I'm watching the show for 3 days. My attention span isn't for that. If you have me locked in, you got me for days. You got me for 3 days. I'm watching the show for 3 days. Well, in 3 days, we'll be back on Sunday. My attention span isn't for that. If you have me locked in, when you got me for days, you got me for 3 days. I'm watching.